I had to get reset up on the home desk. Is home desk a thing? It sounds like a thing. I hope everyone can hear me. I think so. I only have microphone problems when I'm on the computer. Having asthma problems. Okay. I think everything's good. We're gonna start drawing. What is this? I have a really bright light. Sorry, my computer's. Okay. Let's start drawing. I can't tell what's going on here. I can't read the chat. I'm trying to read the chat. Okay, I got the chat. So let's do, I think we'll start, I'm going to do Halloween costumes today. I think I'll start with like a very classic, oh, hi, Oddfud, like cat girl type. And we'll do a little, I've been drawing these weird people. I don't know if I'll do weird people. I'll try to be a little bit more, well, let's do the weird people. They're more fun. Basically, for these weird people that I've been drawing as a series, I'm just doing the like heads bigger. They're just big headed and a little bit more like abstract, a little bit more cartoony. And so we're doing Catgirl right now. We're just outlining where everything's going to be. We'll have her holding her hand up saying, "Wow." And we'll do that. And then she'll have the cat ears like so. So Catwoman was my first. I used to watch Batman 1966 when I was a kid. It was on the TV for quite a while, and then it just sort of stopped being on TV. I think they had a rights issue. And so, but I love the idea of Catwoman. And I thought, like, I wish there was more, um, as a kid, I wish there was more, like, cat boy representation. Um, you had Thundercats, but that wasn't really the same thing. We'll have her do a little pink nose. All right. And then whatever hair. People have hair, right? Give her some bangs. Why not? Do cat girl with bangs. Okay, it's coming together. This is again my like weird. Lately, I've been drawing these characters that have disproportionate bodies. So I decided to stick with that for this today's drawing. Yeah, so we traveled, and I haven't streamed from home. So first of all, I just moved here, like 2 weeks ago. And then we traveled for a week for a wedding and some other family obligations and stuff. Um, I have to figure out how dresses fall because when I draw dresses a lot of the time, I'm like straight across. I'm like, that's silly. That's not how dresses usually work. So I've just added sort of an S curve here. Um, I guess they must, well, I guess it depends on what your legs are doing also. So I don't know. We got Cat Girl. Yeah, so we traveled and we got stuck away. It's all good now, or it's not, but it's done. And we were gone for like more time than we've been here. So I think I've done more live streams from the road, from hotel and staying at family's house than I have from my actual desk, this desk here. So thumb on the inside. I always have to check my own hand to see where the thumb goes. One day, I'm sure I'll be like, I'll just know. And then I'll probably still check because I'll be worried that I got it wrong. And like, it looks so weird if you do thumb on the outside. Wow. Give her little fingernails. All right, I think this is looking pretty good. I did a terrible thumbnail, but that's okay. Oh yeah, thumbnail. So I haven't dressed up for Halloween for the last few years, but I sort of miss it. But I'm old, so I'd have to get like invited to a party or something. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of old. I'll just have her holding her phone in the other hand. I think that's pretty realistic. All right. Her head is actually much bigger than I thought. Let's give her some eyes. Let's make sure you can tell she has a real human nose. She's just painted it. I think that works. We'll do her hair. And then we'll do a costume. If anyone has any ideas for a new costume or a different costume, I'll do one of those. And then if not, I think I'll do like... Oh, I'm drawing a blank. What's another classic costume? Get the round going here. I think these fingers came out pretty good. I feel like for me, the less I think about doing the hands and the fingers, the better they turn out. So I just have to kind of go with it. But for a long time, that was not true. I've just gotten a lot of practice lately. Oh, hello, Zoom filler. Do you think, like, Roar, she's a millennial? This is it. She's a millennial cat. A millennial cat. Roar, XD. Glued to her cell phone. Wearing like a slightly conservative. All right. Next costume. Gosh, I'm so thirsty. Like, it's really dry where we are. And we were traveling. It was different. It's just, I'm back home, so everything's dry again. Blech. Okay, we could do like another cat. Like same, What are like easy Halloween costumes that people do? I thought like, surely I know a bunch of Halloween costumes. I will just draw some. And like now I can't think of any at all. Princess. Ah, that's a great one. That's a great one. Okay. Let's do princess. I think I'll try a little bit complicated. I'll have her looking up. Bedsheet. I'll do one of those. I will do a bedsheet. I draw a lot of bedsheet ghosts, so I will do one before I end the stream for sure. Like maybe I'm probably going to be quick tonight because I started really late. But yeah, maybe I'll do a bedsheet either right after this or in a couple. So I tried to make this one. Why does it look so doofy? What did I do? I rushed the face. You're supposed to do the whole thing first. And I think I say you're supposed to. I'm supposed to do the whole thing first so I don't get it twisted. Because sometimes you draw the head and then you do the body and you're like, oh, a head can't look like that. What is going on? And I think I just did that. So, okay, we'll do head, do hips the other way. Shoulders this way, hips this way. In fashion drawing, an illustration, you do the shoulders and the hips opposite. And that gives you like a long leg. I'm accidentally doing a fashion drawing princess. That's good. I think it like checks out. We'll have her be like very dignified, and we'll do a like fantasy princess headgear. Maybe this one should be going down. Yeah, this one goes down, the other one goes up. I mix the arm positions up. Pow, 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 pow. Whenever I erase, I make sci-fi noises. Oh, I did. There we go. And we'll do like a little princess hat. And the princess will have very long hair. We'll do little eyes, little mouth. I say little eyes for the style I'm doing. Little nose, little mouth. Do a little flowing veil for the princess. And we'll have her waving, so same kind of position, but instead of being like a cat girl going raw XD, she's just waving, sort of relaxed. There we go. And we'll do her in, let's do a, like a gown, right? Yeah. We'll do a sleeveless sweetheart. I guess a sweetheart, is a sweetheart always sleeveless? Do like a sash here for the waist. Then big dress. Kind of fill this in. Yeah, I don't know. I watched, Say Yes to the Dress a few times, and I've been shopping before, but I don't know what all the dresses are. I think this is a sweetheart neckline, but I don't know like what that really means. I guess it can have sleeves, because where would the sleeves come from? The sleeves would have to be totally detached from the dress. Although it would not surprise me if that is a thing that happens. Just getting rid of some of the guidelines here. This head, you can't see, it's in the princess hat. This hair is covering her. There we go. I'll bring her down here. You can see some of her hair. We'll give her a little, like this part, what is it, like a wispy or a detail. This arm it's fine. It's just in front of things it should be behind. And maybe a little big, so let's just bring it, if that's the size of her head, yeah, it's a little big, so I'll just bring it in a little. Something that's like you can do easily digitally, but you just have to do it again. I used to really hesitate to erase things, and if I had thought I would have to draw them again, but I find like it's just better, you get the practice, like it's no big deal, just erase it. Or just start anew, right? Like I do both of those things. But yeah, I used to really hate erasing things. I'd save it and I'd be like, oh, I'll cut it and I'll paste it when I scan it in and I do the coloring and I do everything. And like, yeah, I still can do that. And I do sometimes for things if I'm in a rush or, but most of the time, especially if it's a drawing like this, I'm just going to redraw it really quickly. I'm going to give the princess big earrings. I think that's a very princessy thing. I'm going to give her some collarbone. It's just so I keep losing where everything's supposed to be on her torso here. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's give her some sparkling eyes. There's something wrong with the shape of her head here. Once I put the eyes in, no, it's, oh, there we go. That comes out a little. Some freckles. Oh my God, it's just, I think it's because she just doesn't have eyebrows. Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. Well, this looks like normal now. For a second, I don't know what was going on. Oh, and then let's give her some more jewelry here. Like a big, chunky bracelet, maybe some bangles. Or, just a complicated, an upper armband. It's like crazy jewelry nobody regularly wears. But she can wear it because she's a princess. This is what I imagine is good about being a princess, You can do the crazy stuff. Like, you don't have to be practical. Wear whatever jewelry you want. Ooh, vampire. Okay, that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm moving on from princess. I'm gonna correct her. Sometimes you, for me anyway, sometimes I will overcorrect or will overwork a piece. Like, are her eyes normal? No, I think one's too high. Well, but I could be there all day. So let's move on. Let's do a vampire. My first thing I think about with a vampire here is let's have him be leaning way too far forward. So we'll do his head kind of straight up and down, but his body way, we'll do his shoulders. Maybe that's higher, his shoulders, down to his waist, and then his legs also kind of straight back. One of his feet like this. One arm can even be hanging straight down. And the other arm can be holding something awkwardly. Like a wine glass. Maybe full of blood. He needs a widow's peak. So we'll get that in there early. Okay, and we're back to the my weird proportion pieces that I've been enjoying lately. So, weird legs, not weird legs, skinny legs, smaller body compared to the head. Okay. And let's have him looking at us. I feel like vampires are wonderful when they're creepy. So let's have this vampire, even though we're drawing the costumes and some unspecified in the paper universe, let's have this vampire be able to see us, in a sense, break the fourth wall. All right, we have to do the teeth. So usually I try to avoid drawing teeth as much as possible. I just feel like a brain knows what teeth look like. If you try to draw teeth and you're even a little bit off and you don't get the illusion right, it's gonna look wrong. And if you don't draw them, it almost always look right. So that's what I try to avoid. We'll do dark circles under the eyes. We'll do blood dripping from his lip. he'll be, well, he's already, it's paper, so he's very pale. What's it? Sanpaku? His eyes won't touch. Oh my gosh. Make sure he looks like he has eyeshadow. Or eyeliner, rather. Okay, how close is this? Can you guys see what's going on here? Should I zoom in a little bit? Okay, I think I can keep this. Oh wait, he's standing like this. Okay, and so his tie also will have to fall straight down. I think he wears a tie. That feels like a very vampire thing to do, is wear a little tie. It can be skinny, because like also vampires, it's good if they're like a little bit out of fashion. I might be drawing a real vampire or somebody who's just like, no, this is definitely a costume. But maybe it's a costume a vampire's wearing. A cape, right? So we'll have the cape connect under his neck, over the tie probably. Does cape and tie go together? Not really. So we'll make a decision about that in a little bit. We're still okay. And then this arm we decided to drag straight down. I like that idea. So the shoulder, top of the arm, bottom of the arm, and just like dead hand. Thumb forward. Your thumb basically is never pointing backward while your hand is at rest. Pro tip, in case you don't have a human body, to double check. Oh yeah, the cape will come over this shoulder and fall there. I think we will do cape and tie. Let's assume this is like an office party. And then the shirt is hidden. He's still wearing a jacket. I like this. This is why it's like this is how it's a costume. It brings it back to costume territory. He has his suit jacket kind of hanging open underneath the cape. And then his like shirt. Let's figure out how the shirt stays attached to him. There we go. His dress shirt underneath that. Okay, I think that's good. We'll have to do a little erasing so it can be more easily like understood. But I think it's all there. We'll figure out his hand. We'll do this sleeve. Yeah, so then this one, if he's wearing the jacket. Oh, hi, Black Bear. Oh yeah, you were here the other day. Hey, Black Bear. The jacket will be a little riding uppy on his arm, and then this will be the shirt. And then his hand, if you're holding a cup like this with the like pretentious swirl. Oh, cowboy, cowgirl, yeah. And then the other fingers come up like this, right? There we go. 1, 2, and the other 2 on the other side. I guess the thumb is actually like here. You kind of put it, maybe you can't see the thumb because the red wine is in the way. Oh, I'm so happy I'm home. I have my tiny eraser to get little fingers or whatever. It's not great. It's very good at what it does, but it does have a little give, which you need, but oof, I'm having old man problems. Give me 1 second. Okay, so to me, this is an office worker who got one of those vampire, make yourself into a vampire makeup kits at the drugstore. Had a cape, maybe that he had like when he was in college, when he played D&D, or he borrowed it from like his nerdy friend, or he bought like a cheap one, or he bought an expensive one. I don't know. I'm not this guy. And this is this. This is that. This is the result of vampire makeup, some black shoe polish in the hair, and a cape or a cloak. No, I guess it's a cape. A cloak has a hood, right? All right. Let's get the hair blackened. Get the hand fixed. Here we go. This hand I'm not going to fix. I'm at a loss. I know I did something wrong. I know I did a lot wrong. But that's all right. This has some fancy mark. His tie will be not white. The inside of his jacket can have up and down lines to help differentiate it. The outside of his jacket doesn't have that. Okay. I think that did pretty good. Let's do cowboy. I don't know why this guy is like leaning so far forward. I think he thinks it sells the vampire illusion. I think it works. I think it does. I'm creeped out. I would think this guy's at least a weirdo. Okay. Okay. Let's do a cowboy. We've done two guys. No, we've done two girls, so let's do two guys. Cowboy Halloween costume, I think. For like an adult man, right? That's the funny part. So we want them to be standing in a way that like makes the costume good. We'll do big head because it's been fun when I do it right. Little shoulders. Let's get like even more of a difference because I've been kind of moving away from it a little. So I'll exaggerate it on the way back. Hey, Halloween mask. Yeah, so then we'll have him maybe like one. Oh, we want his legs to be small. We want him to be a little. All right. And then you can just do like jeans, cowboy boots, like a cowboy hat. What would be like the costumey part? We'll do, what is it? Like, what are those called? Chaps. That's probably the biggest part of the Halloween costume. So chaps, right, they go on the inside in order to keep you from chafing while you're riding the horse. That's my understanding. Or does it go on the outside so that it protects you from things on the outside of the, like when you're riding through them? I'm gonna look up chaps. How do chaps work? What are chaps good for? When you're a good old chap, that's one thing. Wait, AI said it's to stop chainsaws from working. Does that make sense? Are chaps only as old as chainsaws? That doesn't feel. There must be a specific type of chaps. Protect the rider's legs from scraping on brush. So it is the outside. You know what got me thinking of it? Because they have assless chaps, right? And I was like, wait, if they're assless, then are chaps actually meant to go on the outside? Like, because when you're like riding your bike or whatever, you get like hit by all sorts of crazy stuff. So like maybe I was thinking maybe it's to protect when you run through different things. Okay, so I think button-down shirt, right? Little button-down shirt, some chaps. Well, this will just be jeans here. Jeans and like cowboy boots. I think that's a pretty good, and a cowboy hat. Oh, and then obviously you can wear that like a button-down. I can't think of the word that like if you're in the Pacific Northwest, everyone wears plaid, flannel shirt, little bolo, right? And then you have like the thing with the rope, the lasso. Yeah, I think a lasso. Now I'm just saying lasso as if that's correct because I said it as a joke 1 second ago. I said it as a reference to Taskmaster. I'm not even sure if it's the correct reference or if I'm just saying something wrong and it's actually like, what's it called? And it's actually like a different pronunciation. I've gotten too into this rope now, into this lasso. I don't even have a hand on it. We need a handle on it. Okay, there's the hand. We'll get the hand underneath. I think this is coming along. Oh, we'll do a bandana. I didn't think of that. I mean, I did. I literally just did. All right. This is coming together. I wasn't sure at first. Ooh, what is Clint Eastwood? He famously had like really squinty eyes. They used to call him good old squinty eyes. No, I don't think they ever did. But maybe. He was famous for having squinty eyes. And what's the other part? I can't think of anything more interesting about Clint Eastwood. I feel like I used to know something about him. Did he have like a specific type of lighter or something? There we go. Gotta move the nose over. It got shifted. There we go. We'll give that a little something. Yeah, he's got the lasso. The giant belt buckle, I totally forgot about that. It says Texas or something. But it's a costume one, so it just says TX. Is that the abbreviation for Texas? Probably. So when I was a kid, I grew up in New York. And when you do the initials for New York, you do N.Y because it's New York. And so I thought that's how you did the initials for the states. So if it was Oklahoma, I thought you wrote O.K. But you don't, because it's not Okla, it's not O and Oklahoma like it was in New and York. But I learned about like New York, New Jersey, these kinds of things. And so I thought like, oh, that's N dot Y. So it must be, Alaska, A.K. I gave him a vest. I think it looks good on him. A little vest. Can have a little, I don't know, like pocket watch or something. Where does his arm come from? This arm can be on like a holster. It's out of the picture. But we all know it's there. He's a cowboy after all. He needs it for protecting the cattle from, I don't know, like bear. There's lots of places where you do genuinely have to worry about bear. So polar bears, they don't care that you're a human at all. And so you just have to, if you're traveling there, where in polar bear area, either you or the guide you're with have to carry a rifle to fend off against the bear. And there's towns in Alaska where everybody has to have one. At least that's what I've heard. That might be one of those internet truths. Little heel, so you can hold the stirrup. All right. Oh, what is he? Just a rock. Sounds good. He's like, oh, so sorry. Thank you, Elstefan. I'll tuck it away. I tried to lock the focus on these things, but it struggles with that. There we are. Cowboy Jorf. Cowboy Jorf. That's a pretty good one, I'd say. Put like a barbed wire fence in the background. Some cow. That's what cow are like. Sticking their goofy heads over the fence. Trying to see what's over there. What's going on over there? All right. Let's see. I'm going to do two more. I'm going to do one different one, and I'll do one bedsheet one. Let's see. I heard somebody once, they just, like they had a sweater. They wore a sweater for Halloween, right? And then on the sweater with double-sided tape, they just put a bunch of other clothes, like a sock and, a pair of pants, underpants, and then probably another sock, a t-shirt, a small t-shirt, and they went as Static Cling. I don't know if that's very good. I don't know if that's a very good costume, but it is clever, and as long as you have small enough clothes that you can stick them to your sweater and double-sided tape, it's quick, eh? So that's pretty good. You could go as, what are the, like, people just go as like different animals, right? You have like, is this on camera? Yeah. You have like one person will go as a like a bear, right? And you just have big bear ears. And if you're lucky, like a bear paw glove. And then you go as a bear. Why are they like this? Why did you go as a bear? Why are your mouth so big? What happened? Who did this to you? It was me. I was distracted. All right, I think I'm just gonna do a ghost, a bedsheet ghost, and get out of here. Somebody said I did a bedsheet ghost of Minions the other day. Why are their eyes so far apart? This person's face is freaking me out. Okay. We could do a dog. We've done a dog before. It's a good bedsheet ghost. Oh, I know. Okay. I think this will work. We'll go a little bit smaller. It won't work on you guys because you'll see what I'm drawing before I, put the sheet over it. But I feel like this is something that I could see me and my brothers doing. Ooh, we're a giant ghost sheet. we're a haunted sheet. Ooh, scary haunted sheet. Power Ranger. Okay, hang on. I'll try to draw a Power Ranger from memory. What would a Power Ranger from memory be? What are Power Rangers like? Okay, so I know one thing about Power Rangers. That there was a version without a mask and without a mouth, and a version with a mouth. And it was not actually a mouth, it was just like something that ended up looking like a mouth. But the version with the mouth people really liked, I guess. I think this is what Power Rangers look like. And that goes straight across, and that goes up, or whatever. And this is the visor. This is like the mouth part. And some of this is like metal, and some of this is the color of whatever the Ranger is. And this is like the neck. Or no, then, I think that's close. I'm not going to look it up, but feel free. Something like that. I'm getting a little messy in the bottom here. Let me clean it up. And then it's like, go Power Ranger. Definitely no nose. Robots don't have noses. They don't smell. Robots don't smell. It's too human. I guess some of it's like three-dimensional. And then like this will be, so the visor isn't like wraparound. It's not, what's that pair? Oakley's, or Oakley's the ones that have like big wraparound glasses? Or am I making that up? Man, do they sell just like Power Rangers helmets? When Power Rangers came out, I was a little old. And I was probably only a little old because I had a little brother who loved it. You know, like how if you have a little brother, oh man. If you have a little brother and he loves something, you can, it sometimes happens that you don't like that thing without ever really engaging with it because you're like, oh, my little brother is a baby and I don't like things that are for babies. And so some things like that for me were Pokemon and Power Rangers, a couple of other things, but those are the main ones. Because yeah, like it just, he knew about them first and he loved them, and like I didn't not like them. I wasn't like, but I just, because he liked them so much, I was like, oh, okay, this is for little kids because he's a little kid and I'm clearly not a little kid. And so I just thought like those things were not for me. Okay, we'll get some clumping in the corners, some pinching in the hands, some stretching here in the head, and then this has to be like more loose stuff because that's how it, okay. And then I guess you're gonna have some of that stretching sort of all through here. Okay. This will be further back. There we go. And then they must not have eye holes because that wouldn't work, right? Well, let's give them eye holes. We'll make them a little rough. A little bit like you're pretty sure kids did them. They don't look professional. This wasn't a ghost costume. This was genuinely a bedsheet that these kids cut up. And a funny part of it, like a costume like this might seem great, but like these kids are gonna hate it in like 10 minutes. Well, who knows? Maybe they're really good siblings. And like maybe twins, that makes most sense. Twins might be able to pull it off. All right, yeah. Double ghost. Double ghost, double bedsheet ghost. Ooh. 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 Spooky. And he's like, shh. Ghosts don't talk. And he's like, oh, sorry. I mean, ooh. And that's that. All right. This is my finishing one. I'm gonna try to stream again tomorrow, but like not at 10 p.m. So check me out. I'll have probably something I'm really drawing. I know I have things that I'm supposed to be drawing. So I'll pull out my thing, I'll get unpacked a little bit, and we'll do one of those. Thanks for checking me out. Stay spooky. And yeah, sub, like, all that would be really great, but not necessary, just appreciated. Bye.